This is the Samsung Notebook 9 Pen, and it's a rather interesting new entry in the Samsung's notebook lineup because, and if you are a Samsung Note fan, you're going to love this. It has the stylus. Right under here, hidden away, actually in the chassis of the system, is the stylus. Look at that. Now, what's also interesting is that the stylus actually does most of the things you would expect a stylus to do sort of on a Samsung smartphone. You can actually open up things like a Notes app and take notes. Those actually are Samsung apps. It also works with various Windows apps, as you would expect. The pen doesn't need a battery, but despite that, it includes up to 4,096 pressure levels, so you can get broad or thin strokes depending on how hard you press on the screen, and it also supports tilt, so that helps it give a more fluid feel. Now, aside from the pen, what about the notebook itself? How does that stack up? Well, you've got 1080p display, you've got some Core i7 8th generation processors, you've got up to 16 gigs of RAM and up to 512 gigabytes of PCI Express storage. So that all sounds great. It's very high-end specifications. It's also a very light system, so this weighs just a tad over 2 pounds. That's not a lot for a 13-incher, and you can really feel it when you pick it up. To do that, Samsung uses a magnesium aluminum alloy, and we've seen that on a few systems now. LG does that sometimes as well, and I believe Lenovo. Always results in a very light computer. Now, battery life is going to be about 9 hours as well on this, which is perhaps the only real weak spot. The battery isn't as long as some competitors, but that's part of what keeps it light. The battery's not the biggest. As far as pricing and availability goes, that's a big question mark still right now because Samsung hasn't said exactly when it's going to come out or exactly what the price is going to be. So that definitely does make it a little hard to make any kind of preliminary verdict on it, but if you are interested in a 2-in-1 Windows system and you want a very functional stylus, this is one you should keep an eye on going into 2018.